What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sega Man back with another Xbox Alpha podcast. I see my brother Wild Horse left me a comment already saying, "Where are you, Sega Man?" Sorry, my man. I've been a little late today, man. I had some things I had to do today. So I wanted to have the show a little later today. I had to go out and do some things, but I'm glad if you're still in here, Wild Horse brother. Thanks for coming, man. As always, Wild Horse 74 is a team player. For the Alpha Podcast, he's always here. You know what I'm saying? He's always supporting. Much respect to him. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Wild Horse? I see you in the building. What's going on, brother? Yeah, man, a little late. I invited Tuckmaster in, and he bought might come later, he might not. Depending on what he's doing today. But yeah, man. We're not gonna be here too long. But we're gonna talk about some Xbox stuff. You know what I mean? Like the name of the podcast today is called Restock Woes. About the Series X needs to be more in demand, needs to be restocked more. I know there's a chip crisis going on right now when it comes to computers and chips and stuff like that. But out here in the communities, a lot of people that are really frustrated, man, about the Series X and wanting to get their hands on one. Even people that want a PS5. There's a rumor going around that you might not get a PS5 until like 2023. You know what I mean? I guess starting 2023. You know what I mean? That'd be crazy, man. I mean, it would have to be like in the middle of 2022, or I mean, that'd be crazy, man. You know what I mean? That's a long ass time. I think they're saying to buy them in stores, maybe. I mean, that's still a long time, man. A lot of people are frustrated about that, man, about these systems. So we're going to talk about that today. Talk about some things that Tuckmaster wanted to talk about. You know, so let's see what's wrong. Yeah, that's another thing. You're right, Wild Horse Man. A lot of the problems today when it comes to you getting your hands on a system, because I'll tell you guys what, in my area, in the stores, I've asked the people questions. I asked Best Buy, I called them. I asked GameStop. I don't really like really dealing with GameStop that much anymore. They're very unprofessional. They have a lot of kids working there, and they're very ignorant. They're very like, not professional. When I worked there, they were a little bit more professional. They were good salespeople. You know what I mean? When it came to selling the games and the systems, I worked there when the 360 and PS3 was popular. You know what I mean? And people were just had better customer service. You know, uh, they just had better customer service ways than what they have today. You know what I mean? What's that, Wild Horse? Let me put my brother Wild Horse's comment up here. Yeah, people are going to be overpaying for a next gen console now because of this shortage, man. Oh man, Wild Horse, man. I hope not, man. If that's true, man, that's Wild Horse. I'm not. I mean, I want the Series X because I'm very heavy invested into the Xbox ecosystem, brother. But I will not pay over. I mean, the highest I'll go, to be honest with you, Wild Horse, is be like $600, man. I won't. I'm not gonna pay no more than that, man. I will not. If I have to go higher, that's all I'm gonna pay, brother. I'm not gonna pay nothing else, man. I'm not gonna pay no more than that, bro. I'll just keep playing my One X. You know what I mean? I'm still having a lot of fun and enjoyment with my One X. It's last gen's most powerful console. It still looks beautiful with any games I play on it on my 4K TV. So to be honest with you, I'm still satisfied. You know what I mean? I'm still getting a lot out of it. You know what I mean? Great games and stuff. There's some games I can't play because I don't have the Series X. And people were telling me, you know, why don't you just like give it up, Sega Man, and get a Series S? Well, the reason why I won't get a Series S is because I have a lot of physical copies of games and physical copies of backwards compatibility games that are not even available. Some of them are not available. When you go out and buy them and things like that, you can get them digitally. You know what I mean? But I just have a lot of physical copies that I still use, even though I do digital. And I would rather just do that. You know, I want the more powerful system because I have the most powerful system of last gen right now, and I seen what the One X can bring to the table when it comes to 4K gaming native with HDR. 60 frames per second, and I really like that. When it comes to playing my favorite game like Gears. You know what I mean? I want to see Gears in on a Series X. And different things like that, man. What I gotta me check with my boy Wild Horse right here. It's higher than 600 new in Canada. I believe it, man. I believe it. Our brother lives in Canada, man. Graphic God. So I can't remember. He has one, but I'm pretty sure he paid a lot more. Canada's always a lot more when it comes to stuff like that, man. Oh, brand new in stores, 5.99. Yeah, bro. Look, it's better just the way I know. The thing about that though is people are saying now, you know, if it's available later, they're complaining, oh, it's old now. It's not even that old. It hasn't even been out that long yet. You know what I mean? It's not old. There's a lot that the Series X can bring to the table. You know what I mean? There's still games to come out in the future. It's going to use and utilize the power of the Series X. So, I mean, we're not even really, being honest with you, we're not really seeing that yet. You know what I mean? What it can really, really do. You're seeing some what it can do, but there's still a lot more to chop up when it comes to the Series X, man. There's a lot more because it is the most powerful console right now. There's nothing out there that can beat it. You know what I mean? I got the Series S day one. Oh, cool. You know what? A couple of people got the Series S, right? And then when they kept trying to get a Series X, they end up getting one. And I guess either keeping it or trading it in. But the Series S is really good. I'm not downing the Series S at all whatsoever. The Series S is very powerful also. You know what I mean? It's great. Uh, it's a great platform. It's a great system. You know what I mean? That's in the Xbox ecosystem and the Xbox family. There's no doubt about that. They said that when Cyberpunk was out, it played it very well, even when it had all those bugs and stuff. That the Series S played it very well. You know what I mean? So the Series S is also a great emulation machine if you're into tech and you're one of those guys that like to hack. What's up, Smitty Smith in the house? What's up, my brother? Smitty Smith is also always here. Salute to Smitty Smith, man. Yeah, I'm going to actually next Saturday, Smitty Smith. In honor of him, he gifted me Panzer Dragon, the remake version on the Xbox, and it is a beautiful game. I already had it because I got it day one, but I really appreciate Smitty Smith reaching out and gifting me a gift like that, man. Much respect to you, my brother. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you can join us. I'm a little late today. I had some things to do, man, but I'm glad you're here, brother. I want to say again, I appreciate you, man, and thank you for doing that, man. Every time I get on, somebody got to call me, brother. You know what I mean? And who is it? Hebot. Let's see what Hebot has to say here, real quick. What's up, man? What's up, man? Yeah, I'm live right now. I did send you the link through Facebook. I'll send it again, but I did send. I sent one to you and Tuck. I sent because I'm on the PC. I sent it through there. I'll send it to you again, though, brother. Right now, yeah. Tuck said it'll be in later. I'll send it to you again, though. Whenever you're ready, come in. All right, that was our brother Heba. What's up, Emmanuel? What's up, my brother? A1 Sauce, Emmanuel. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? I gotta send Heba the link again, brothers. Give me 1 second, man. He said he didn't get it. I'm glad you can join us. Emmanuel's always rocked out with me. I even did a podcast with him one time with him and Fire Boss. You know, back in the not back in the day, I'd say I think it was last year. You know, we was all just chilling. You know, got to chop it up with Emmanuel. A1 Sauce, Emmanuel A1. You know what I'm saying? But let me see if I can get him in here, guys, real quick. I ain't going nowhere. I'm just messaging. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if I can get him in here real quick. Our brother Hebatakis. So let's try to get him in here. Apparently he didn't get the message, so we're going to send it to him again. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. All right, let's send our boy, our brother, our gaming brother, gaming historian, statue collector. He bought a link to the Alpha podcast to rock out with the Xbox, true Xbox brothers like Emmanuel A1, Smitty Smith, and Wild Horse 74. You dig? So let's do that. All right, man. We sent him the link, so he should be in soon. What y'all been playing, man? What's going on? Wild Horse, Smitty Smith, Emmanuel A1. What you been playing, man? Emmanuel A1 got a Series S, man. He got one too, Wild Horse. He's liking it. He's enjoying it. But today's topic today, brothers, like I was telling, it's going to be called restock woes. You know, how people are getting upset, man, getting anxious because they want that Series X. You know, it's making them itch, man. They're itching for it. You know what I mean? Like them fiends out there, they itching for that Series X, man. It's getting bad out here in these gaming streets, fiending for that Series X, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know. Let me put my brother's comment up. Hell yeah, Xbox. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, man. At least you know what? At least you got it. At least you got it, Emmanuel. You know what I mean? At least you got one. At least you got a next gen console, man. I'm gonna wait it out, brother. I know, man. People are saying, Sega, man, why don't you just go ahead on and get the Series S, man? I'm gonna wait it out, man. I'm gonna wait it out, man. I'm still having fun with the One X, man. I know I'm behind. You know, Smitty Smith, Smitty Smith, my brother said, man, I love my Series X. Go in and rub it in, brother. He rubbing it in. Hey, man, I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. To be honest with you, I'm just glad y'all enjoying it. I hear so many wonderful things about it from E-Rock. He got one from Unlimited Productions. He got one. Hebot got one. Tuckmaster got one. All my Exile brothers have one except your boy. Except your boy Sega Man. You know what I mean? No, no, Emmanuel, man. I'm waiting, bruh. I gotta wait. You know what it was really supposed to be? I'm gonna tell you all this. It was supposed to be a Christmas present from my wife. Okay. Because if you guys remember a while ago, I said on the Exile podcast, this was a while ago. I had a chance to get one when it first came out. All right. The dude at GameStop was a good friend of mine that worked at my exchange, and he went to work for GameStop and he became a manager. He called me. Listen to this. He called me on her birthday and said, I got the I got the Series X for you. I had to tell him no because my wife was more important, brother. You know what I'm saying? I had to spend and the money on my wife. My wife is way more important than the video game system, man. She ain't gonna always be here, you dig? The Xbox is always gonna be here. That's why you should cherish every moment with your loved ones, your girlfriend, your wife. So I just said, nah, just go ahead and give it to somebody else. You know what I mean? And that's what and she kind of felt bad about it and was trying to get it for me for Christmas. But you know what happened. You know what I mean? Tuck Masters backstage. I'm gonna get ready and get Tuck in here. But I wanted to tell y'all that that quick story, man. I was like, nah, man, it's not that important. You know what I'm saying? You know, my wife's birthday ain't shit. That's way more important, bruh. So you can go ahead on and just give that to somebody else, man. I'll wait. You know what I mean? So that's what I did, guys. You know, that's what a true gamer does. That's what a true gamer does. You know what I'm saying? What up, Big Tuck? Tuck, you there? Tuck, Tuck, my nigga. You there? Tuck, man, this dude, Tuck, where you at, man? You there, man? Tuck, Tuck, Tuck is having technical difficulties. I don't know what he's doing, but anyways, Tuck's in the building, man. Tuck, you there, my nigga? I don't know what's going on with Tuck, but Tuck's in the building. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, you know, but that's my story, man. You know what I mean? That's my story. Hey, Emmanuel, you're right, man. You never know what to expect with Tuck Master, man. I don't know what he's doing. Tuck, what you doing, man? Huh? What you doing? Eating church's chicken with some fatback fries and milkshakes? What you doing, man? Tuck. I don't know what Tuck's doing, man. He probably got his mic. He probably don't have his mic. I don't know what he's doing. But at least he made it, man. He'll figure it out sooner or later. You know what I mean? But he's in here. Yeah, you never know with him, man. But what I was saying, man, is we're gonna talk to Hebot about it too, guys. If you guys want to give your opinions about it, you know, let me know. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are really becoming upset because they can't get their hands on these next gen systems. I've heard it out in the gaming streets. I hear it on social media. You know what I mean? People are upset about that. They're upset with the PS5 also. You know what I mean? They're upset with that too. You know, so you just have to keep rocking out. If you don't have a Series S, you just got to keep rocking out that last gen system. You know what I'm saying? Your Xbox One, One X, and your PS4s. You know what I mean?
Hey, Sega man, how you doing, man?
Hey man, I've been trying to. What you? Dude, I'm trying to call you. What you doing?
I had to do something in the kitchen right quick.
Oh, what's going on?
Oh man, just hard to believe, man, that these these Sony faithfuls, man, they call themselves faithful, man. I mean, dude, I just don't get these ponies, man. I just don't get them. I
Hey
mean,
man, me and Wild Horse, we were wondering where you were, man. He said in the comment section you was changing the battery in your smoke detector.
no, I wasn't doing that. I need to though.
What's
But
going
no,
on with you?
man.
What's going on with you?
No, man, nothing, man. Just dealing with these ponies and dealing with people saying that Xbox don't have any exclusives. You know, the Series X and S don't have any exclusives, which is a lie. Um, these people just believe what they want to believe, and that's it. And you know, I backed he bought up this morning, tell him straight up that they can go straight to hell because all of a sudden, now all of a sudden,
What's up, T Reaper? Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you.
it just amazes me, man. It just amazes me how these people go out and talk about Xbox all the doggone time, and they always want to down the system, but they don't do nothing with the Sony. They don't do anything with Sony at all. They can't even down them at all. They are very, very satisfied with this 1080p, which I'm like, oh, come on, y'all. You mean tell me you gonna be that damn petty where a Returnal game is 1080p, a Ratchet and Clank, but I heard that's supposed to be in 1080p, and that's don't bother y'all. And we talk about a game system that is supposed to be more powerful than the Xbox, and we know it's not. Come on, y'all. I mean, I thought the PS fans really wanted more out of their system. I mean, I'm just telling the truth, Sega. I thought they really want more out of their system
Yeah, I know,
than
man.
just
I know.
1080p. So, that's really basically what I'm dealing with.
They tuck. That's all they got to run with now, man. They have to go back to back. They're going back in time. They're going back and saying that Xbox has no games because they have nothing else that they can say. You know what I mean? They really don't. They don't have nothing else that they can say that they don't have no exclusives. They don't have this or that. They're just going back
Uh,
to the same old shit, Tuck. It's getting old. You know what I
it's
mean? They
getting
have
real old.
nothing. They have nothing to combat right now. They really don't, man. And they're going back to the same old shit. You know what I mean? They look stupid. You
I
know?
mean, let me tell you right now, Sega man. I just got through talking to one of my friends, and he's a PS dude through and through. He's just a PS dude through and through. And I went and told him, I said, after everything is said and done, y'all satisfied with 1080p? He said, no, as long as it's a good game, that's all I care about.
Yeah, right.
I'm saying, right? I said, really? I said, if Xbox doing this shit, y'all be all on Microsoft. So why can't you get on your own game system? Get on y'all system. Y'all the one that don't have the Game Pass. We do.
Yeah.
Xbox is trying to say gaming. Y'all not. Y'all not trying to say gaming at all. Y'all want the same damn thing to go over and over and over again. So the hell with the PS4, the PS5 guys, period.
Yeah, man. And hey Tuck, what do you think about I was the one of the topics today, brother, is I called restock woes, which means restocking of the new systems. People like me and 100 and T Reaper, just a few of us to name. Emmanuel got a Series S. Wild Horse has a Series S, but we're waiting for the most powerful one. And I know the brothers wanted it too. But there's a lot of people out here in the gaming community right now, man, and social media that they're getting very frustrated, man, about wanting their new systems. They want it. They want it now. They're getting very frustrated, man, because there is a chip shortage. There is a problem right now with chips out there. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about that, Tuck? Why add
Yeah.
Hebot to the stream? Go ahead.
Well, y'all just be patient with the. I mean, don't be patient with Sony, because what I'm hearing about with Sony, they're talking about 2022. I'm hoping that Microsoft get this thing together before this fall. I really do. I hope they come out with the systems, and I hope they just slam it and be done with it, and that's it. I'm hoping that's what they do. I'm hearing that short in June they're supposed to be. I guess they were supposed to be bringing out more systems. I don't know what they're going to do. I know people are being frustrated. The first thing they need to do, they need to try to stop the bots, but it's kind of hard to stop because they ain't doing nothing illegal. Yeah, it is sad, and I can understand what the people are going through, and and I'm sorry about that, y'all. But it is what it is. But I'm hoping that Microsoft say, you know what, let's go ahead and open up the warehouse. Let's stop all this shortage of the chips, and let's just bring the hammer down on them. I'm hoping that they do. Like I said, I'm not worried about that. I ain't worried about the other bullshit ass system. If they can deal with, if they want, if all they want is 1080p, they can stay with the damn system that they got now. You hear me? Y'all just stay with that pitiful PS4 and stop the bullshit. We know we got a more powerful system than y'all got. So let's just stop the bullshit. If y'all want to just stay with the PS4, stay with that bullshit. But as far as I'm concerned, Xbox people, just stay cool and calm. I'm hoping that they open up their doors pretty doggone soon so everybody can get one. And I'm praying and hoping that y'all can get one, because I want to get another one. But as of right now, I can't, because of the shortage, and I am not gonna go out there and spend no damn $1,000 on a system. And I know these damn bots can be selling them a whole lot less than that. But that's how it is. They some greedy.
Yeah,
They some
that's it.
greedy
That's how it
uneducated.
is.
They some greedy uneducated motherfuckers. And I hope this shit come to bite them in the ass, because I'm hoping that if Microsoft do what I want them to do,
What's up with you,
and I
Vodka?
hope that they do, they bring these consoles out, those bots is going to have to turn around and bring their systems down. But I want them to swallow it, because if all of them come out at once. But like I said, I'm not talking about that PS5 crap. I'm through with PS. The PS is some PS bullshit as far as I'm concerned. And that's basically about it. But fellas, the cavalry's coming. I hope y'all just stay patient with Microsoft and just hang in there.
All right, what's up, man? We got the most powerful gamer in here, my brother from another mother, Hebod. What's up, man? How you doing?
Give me a sec. I'll be right with you. I'm getting a rub on my shoulder. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back.
Oh man, my brother's in here. But yeah, man. What's up with you, Vodka? What'd you say? Should have what? Sega man should have passed the hook up to his birthday twin up the street. Is it your? What are you talking about, man? Was it your birthday? You talking about what you? Was it your birthday, Vodka? Man, I'm out of the loop, man. I'm out of the loop, brother. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Oh, everybody's muted, man. Tuck, you still there? All right, they must be doing something, man.
No, I'm still
Tuck, you
here.
still there? You still there?
Yeah, I'm still
Man.
here.
But yeah, man, I hear what you're saying, man. But I think a lot of our ex Xbox brothers have the Series
Hello,
S.
hello,
You know,
hello.
he he bought
Uh, Hola,
he bought. Our
hola,
brother, our
hola,
brother Hebot is here. What's going on,
hola.
man? Buenos
Uh,
dias.
buenas
What's go
tardes.
What's
Buenas
going
tardes.
on,
Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes, Sega
brother?
Man.
Uh, Hey man, me and Tuck were talking about your video. I'm gonna tell you guys, if you guys didn't check out, you need to go check out my brother Hebot's channel. He did a
Which one?
great video, man, on people still saying that we don't have games. He did a great video, man, on that, man. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Man, it
thank
was
you.
great.
I
Great
was just,
video, Hebot.
oh, thank you. Thank you. I was just able to concentrate a little bit more because I'm not distracted by Twitter. Ouch. I have the most excruciating shoulder pain at the moment. You have no idea, brother Sega Man. Remember, I told you I have arthritis on my back, spine, and my shoulder. And I think it's going into from my spine, traveling into my shoulder. Oh my God, I feel so much. My daughter was just rubbing me with some Bengay and alcohol,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I feel like somebody's trying to rip my arm
Oh,
off the socket. I feel like somebody's literally trying to rip my hand off the socket while I'm talking.
that shit works
Holy
though.
shit. Oh my God, it just hurts so much. Jesus Christ, it hurts so much. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I just wanted to be as clear and coherent as possible when I did the video. And I kind of tried to, and I did it kind of rushing because I had to go,
Yeah.
but I was trying to be as detailed and descriptive, and so that everybody could understand. Like how when you try to explain to a kid that 1 plus 1 equals 2, right? Trying to
Right.
be very clear so that they get it step by step. And that's
Oh
what I
shit.
always. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
You,
Vodka,
you can hear
we
me?
had the same birthday. But my
Oh,
birthday's
it was his
July
birthday.
21st. Mine's July 21st. I think his is July 21st. So he's saying, we have the
Oh,
same
nice.
birthday. Yeah, and he
Oh,
lives near me. I just haven't met up with him yet. But he does live in the same area I live in, man.
oh, that's awesome, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
man.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you guys. That's great, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
oh, that's awesome. You learn something new every day. That's cool. That's cool. So, I mean, like I was saying, not to deter and take away from what you were just saying, but I try to be as descriptive and detailed in my videos
Yeah.
for for the lack of people, that maybe don't want to have intelligence, or that have low IQ, or just don't get it when you speak to them. You be as descriptive as possible. That way they can't say, "Oh, I didn't understand what you had to say." And even with doing that, it turned into a Sony hate video on my comment section. Because you even saw my
Oh
my
yeah.
my my pony friend, Jorge, the one I told you.
Jorge. Yeah.
Yeah, he came in there showing all kinds of stupid shit, like showing the commercial with the boost mode. I was like, dude, do you understand that the boost mode on PlayStation 5, it was only for 4 games so far, and it was only frame rate, right?
Right.
Microsoft has over 120 titles, old and new, right? Where it's more than just frame rate, it's resolution, right? It's added HDR with the auto HDR technology. And
Right.
in some cases, even better textures and quality of graphics, with little techniques that they put in and fixing little areas here and there, right? So
Uh huh.
I explained to him that it was a much bigger thing and in a bigger scale, right? So that boost mode that they did that commercial the day after they released the 75 games in
Uh
that
huh.
list, it was almost comical, right? It was almost comical because it almost felt like a reactionary thing, right? It
Yeah.
didn't feel like they was naturally trying to advertise something. No, it felt like, oh, look, we got Boost Mode 2 and show no list of games, even though the reality of it is it's really 4 games. It was Days Gone, I believe it's God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, and I keep saying Horizon, but it's not Horizon. They didn't even do Horizon. It's 4 games. It's not Horizon. It's not Last of Us 2, which is kind of crazy. I think it was Death Stranding, right?
Was it Death Stranding? I think you said Death
Was it Death
Stranding.
Stranding? No, it
Yeah.
wasn't even Death Stranding either. No, it wasn't Death Stranding either.
Oh, was it the Last of Us?
Oh, it was Ratchet. It was the Ratchet
Ratchet and
remaster.
Clank.
That's what it was. The
Okay.
remaster, yeah, Ratchet, yeah, that they did last gen. It was those 4 games. That's it. They got a boost mode, which, to be honest, even on the PlayStation 4 Pro, the God of War, for example, was already supposed to be running 4K, which was 1800p, and it went up to 60 frames, but it was unlocked. It wasn't stable. So the reality of it is that the console and the PS5, which is good, made it stable. It made it
Yeah.
stay locked on 60, which is good. But it just shows you the disparity and the difference when you compare it to Xbox Series X, because the Series X is making games that were running, like, for example, I started playing Mad Max as I never touched it. That game was 30 frames at 900p, right? And it
Yeah.
definitely needs a resolution bump because the game looks quite dated or jaggy because of that, because the anti-aliasing's kind of like old already on it. It don't look terrible, but you could tell, right? So, so what happens is, no, I don't have nothing charging, puppy. So then what happened was, right? It jumped the resolution and or the frame rate in that game from 30, right?
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow's the Snake Eyes trailer. Thank you for the information, son. My son's saying that tomorrow's the trailer for the new Snake Eyes movie.
Oh, it
So
is.
you guys,
Oh yeah.
you guys watching the show, just be on the lookout. So anyway, um, so it jumped it from 30 to 120 frames. That's triple of what the original resolution was or frame rate was. You get what I'm trying to say? Plus, it's upscaling it to 4K, right? So it looks really, really good as well. Even though with the 4K native, it will be spectacular. But that's the I try to say, and that's an open world game, right? So that just shows you the disparity and the differences of how you're getting treated. Plus, it has auto HDR. When it comes
Yeah.
to boost mode, on the Series X, right, or even the S, because it's even doing it. You know how they said the S couldn't do boost mode for certain games because it had lower memory band, right? So
Mhm.
this way they found a way to even bypass that so that it run correctly and better on the S as well. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
The wizardry of their engineers even found a way to bypass it where the S has even games running better than they did and they are on PS5 right now and even PS4. And then you tell that to somebody that's a Sony fanatic, right? Not a fan, a fanatic,
Yeah.
and they literally think that you're being a troll, a hater, a proponent of console wars because you hate Sony, when all you're doing is pointing out the factual evidence that it's cannot be deterred or argued because it's there. The evidence is there. It speaks for itself. These these boost modes and features that are being presented on the Series X and S versus the PS5, it's like night and day. You can't even compare it, Sega Man.
Yeah.
You can't. They just came out yesterday, and I don't know if I send you the article because I think I put it in the chat for us in the Exile chat,
Yeah. Yeah.
where Microsoft and I think Colin put it in there too. I'm not sure where they put that they're already starting to test on the Series X and X games with Dolby Dolby Vision,
Yeah.
which is HDR 12, which is the highest version of HDR that was only being implemented with movies. And your TV
Yeah.
supports it, you can use it. Now it's going to be implemented in games, which means it's a better version than HDR regular, which is HDR 10 on
Right.
games. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not going to get that on PlayStation. They already also confirmed earlier last year or late last year that this year they're going to have implementation of Dolby Atmos surround sound for games as well. The highest quality of surround sound from Dolby this year that is only available in movies and in theaters, also being implemented in games. Another feature that the PlayStation 5 can't do because that virtual 3D Tempest sound is nowhere near on the level of what Dolby Atmos surround is. It just isn't. And even Dolby themselves got at Mark Cerny on Twitter and made a mockery out of him because he was trying to imply that the 3D Atmos Tempest sound was just as good as Dolby. And they even made a mockery out of him on Twitter.
Yeah. They did. I remember that. I
You
remember
know what I
that.
mean?
Yeah.
So and it's these things that I did, right? And it still made the video where it came out to be you hate you're just a hater. This and then they talked about sales, Metacritic, awards, and game of the year and all that other shit. So today I did another video, which I'm uploading now,
All
about
right. I'll be
them
watching it.
about them using about stop using Metacritic, the Jeff Keighley Awards, or even console sales as a metric to fit your narrative like it means something when it comes to what actually drives the industry forward, which is game sales, services, and supporting the companies, right? Which you don't really see it unless it's maybe from like Nintendo or their fan base, or even though they're anti-consumer, or from Xbox fan base with all the consumer-friendly features and options that they offer us, right?
Right.
And so I break it down in that video as well. So that'll be up sometime soon today. And hope you guys enjoyed that. So I appreciate your help and I appreciate the shout out. I appreciate the acknowledgement of the video. It means the world to me. But again, I do it because it's a, a sickening, tiresome, and ignorant, and quite frankly, annoying topic that you keep hearing Xbox or Series X don't even have no games. What's the point of owning it when that is a blatant lie? Of course, it has games. Of course, it has exclusives because they go no exclusive games. And what I say always is, if it didn't have exclusive games, then you would be able to play those set games on PS4, PS5, or the Switch because we're talking about consoles. And then they go, but I can play it on my PC. And I'm like, no, listen, you're not going to buy a PC. Okay, it's on the PS4. I was like, I can take it and put it. I'm not gonna. You're not gonna buy a PC with a brand new 980 card from AMD that costs $1,500. The card alone, not including the dedicated RAM, the expanded memory, the cooling system, the shell, the monitor, the keyboard, the mouse, you know what I'm trying to say? The
Right.
surround sound you're gonna use. and or the disk drive you're going to use to support either 4K or Blu-ray or whatever. That's not including all those things that at the end of the day comes out to about maybe if you bought it piece by piece, 27, 2,800, and if you buy it built, it's probably like 3,500, right? Pre-built. No one's going to do that on a PC level to play Xbox games, especially that they say that those Xbox games are trash. Why would I go and spend more money to play those games at the best quality if I'm saying that I'm the one saying that the games are trash? Does that make any sense to you, Sigmund?
Not at all.
If I play
Preach
my
it, preach
PlayStation,
it, give it. Hey, preach it, brother, preach it.
if I play a PlayStation, right, and I want to play the games they have, right, for me, it's not going to be about well, I don't. I had a Pro and I got rid of it, right, because they barely was used for any other game. So my son bought a Slim, so I play on the Slim. I don't need to play a better version of it as long as I get to play the game because I'm not a PlayStation fan or fanatic. So as long as I play the game, I'm good. Now, does it hurt my experience? Yeah, possibly because some of their games play horrendous on the Slim compared to the Pro. I will admit that. But since they don't use it enough, then it didn't warrant enough to own a Pro that costs almost $200 more than paying a regular one for $200, which is what my son paid for a Slim model just to play those games. It didn't make no
Yeah.
sense. So I put that money towards another console that I wanted, which was the Series X, right? For example, or Xbox One X at the time, and bought an Xbox One X, another one, to have another one in the house so we can all play at a better quality because the Xbox One X had games that were actually utilizing the power and features of the console. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I'm playing on a $200 PS4 because I don't need the $400 version to play a little bit better. It doesn't matter to me. And that's the same idea that a PC person, and even more so, because a PC is way more expensive. And at the end of the day, PC gamers are not console gamers. A PC is made for your personal space. It's a personal computer. It's for your things like work, keeping up things like doing your editing of videos and things of that nature. Yes, you can play games on it if you choose to build that PC to have the capabilities to run games at high quality or even low quality. But you could actually buy a PC that doesn't play games. Can you buy a console that doesn't play games? No, because
Yep. Exactly.
the console's sole purpose is to simply play games. But now we can watch Netflix on it, YouTube, Twitch, stream, and do other things like surf the web. But its sole purpose is to play games and only games. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why I said that it's a very different audience. Plus, all the games that are AAA are always made for consoles first because the consoles are what drive the industry, the sales. They're the ones that make games, big. On the PC space, not really, because they don't really buy games. They only buy particular games, and a lot of games they buy are smaller indie stuff, or in a lot of cases they just steal it. That's why you see these console ports from these games, and they really don't work right. They're not optimized correctly because they don't really put effort into it because they know PC gamers don't support the industry. They just don't. And it's not like like you go into Walmart and buy Recore and Quantum Break for PC right now. I can still go to my Walmart right now and go look at the games there, and it's the same box that was there when it first released because nobody bought it on PC. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I can go to my
Collecting dust.
Walmart right now, do a video and show you the box for Recore and the box of Quantum Break that was PC only, right? And nobody bought them. They're still there. They're still sitting there.
Collecting dust. Yeah, man.
No PC people buy games like that because they have the entitlement issues because they paid so much for their PC. Like, no, we deserve everything free. Or they'll try to figure out a way to steal it or mod it or use some type of Linux program to get into it and run games illegally. They don't give a shit. And those companies like Ubisoft, EA, Microsoft, Apple, Sony, they know this. So they're not going to prioritize the VC space. And that was my whole point, you know. And it's sad because you talk with coherence, you talk with detail, you talk with the explanation, and then what happens? you still it turns into, oh, you're just being a hater. How? If I'm showing and speaking to you with the factual evidence and proof, and if I don't have it in front of you, I'll tell you where to go look for it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just exhausting and annoying already. Like, yo, go play some games. If you're so happy on your PC or on your PlayStation, why you always on a comment section of Xbox centric videos on YouTube and YouTubers that are Xbox only? I don't get that. You never see me go
You got
to
that
port
right. You got that
and
right.
and and, and I'm gonna mention his name not because I'm throwing shade at him, but just to give you an example. You never see me go to Porter Rock's channel to watch none of his content because I know Porter Rock is a PlayStation guy. So
Right.
all he's gonna do is talk about PlayStation and lie or skew whatever it is about PlayStation and not say the truth. So why should I go to his channel and give him support and enjoy his content if I don't care about what he has to say about PlayStation?
Right. Exactly.
I just now am I going to go haunt him, stalk him, bother him? No, the man is doing his hustle. He's doing his channel because it's his preference. I'm not knocking and hating on the man because he like PlayStation. More power to him. That he has every right to like it. Why is it that I got to go over there, be toxic, hate on the dude, troll him, make fun of him, even if you'll say something stupid? If the guy has every right to do his hustle, let him do him. I don't ever go to his channel. I don't ever go to next gen channel for that reason because all he loves to do is troll. I don't go to Craft's channel for that reason. I don't go to Mood's channel for that reason. I don't go to nobody that's always trying to play either the Sony centric side, the neutral side, or always trying to find something to hate on Xbox, even when they're not doing that wrong. I don't go to those channels. I don't care. I don't bother. Now, if I see a big YouTuber saying something stupid, that's wrong and misinformation, like the fact that Rich Redutek, fat fucker, went and said that he apologized to Insomniac because their dumbasses went and tweeted out that the game was going to be, the Ratchet and Clank was going to be 4K 30 and 1080p 60. And then because they got all that bad slack, I guess Sony said something to them, they went back and said, oh no, we made a mistake. That's not true. Right? Then he goes and apologized. But yeah, he had the nerve to do a video about that guy that worked for 343 Studios, that Asian developer that came out and did a video on his channel that he only does paint work because he paints water paints on his channel. And he did a video on his channel, particularly calling it out because he said that he did not like that they took something that he said out of content, two different sentences, and took it completely out of content. And every site ran with it. And he reached to those sites, reached out to them to find out why they did it, to clarify the air. And he would come on and talk on air and clarify it. And none of the sites got back to him. None of them. They all ignored him, including IGN. Okay? And
Yeah.
this is a person that was a developer for 343 Studios. And he explained word for word why he said what he said and what he meant. And then he said, oh, he did a rich fat fuck again when did a video saying, oh, this developer from 343 Studios got caught in an entanglement, and then because he got caught, he tried to retract what he said and made it seem like it was something else, trying to say like the man was lying. But yeah, he want to apologize to Insomniac because they fucking did a tweet and retracted it after probably getting some slack from Sony because it was giving them bad press because everybody was running with it. Huh? You see what I'm trying to say? That's what I mean. That's when I call people out because that's being irresponsible. Don't be a fucking prick, okay? Don't
Yeah.
be a liar just for clout and for video chase and for views. Because people that follow you should be the first ones embarrassed and the first ones ashamed that they don't have the intelligence, okay, to see what you're doing and see right through you and the bullshit that you spew and still follow you and still support you. They're the ones that are at fault because they're the ones that keep giving them support. You
Oh,
see what I'm saying?
exactly, man. Yeah.
And that's why
Exactly.
I say what I said. But for me to call somebody out because they're doing something on their channel because that's what they prefer to do, that's fucking crazy. How am I gonna? That's like me telling you, so Sega man, and I go on your fucking goddamn comments every time. Why the fuck you keep doing retro shit? That shit, oh, it died. Let it go. Nobody want to talk about that. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, what the fuck? Who the hell am I to tell you that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's that in the corner there? It's on the top. That's that new Konami game. That one right there. The Rush one. You know what I'm saying, Segment? How dare I do that? That's none of my business. Your channel. So that's why I say I don't understand. Oh, I don't understand how these dudes always do that, and always in your comments, E-Rock's comments. That's why I turned them shits off. It's in even Tuck Master's comments when they see that he's back. In fucking the Limited's comments, they're always there, dude. Always, always,
Always.
always. They never let go. They never let go. Look at that. PlayStation Studio Steam page goes live. It lists 41 games for PlayStation coming to Steam and their DLCs. I'm just looking at an article
Man.
that just came out from
Oh,
Excaliburx.
I'm gonna be on the
It's
chat.
funny.
Yeah.
41 games and DLCs listed for Steam, but they're all locked at the moment. Isn't that funny? So I guess almost all their games are coming, huh? So much for those exclusives. Anyway, so
Man,
yeah,
that's
Sega Man.
crazy. That's
Yeah, so that's
crazy.
why I don't understand. Well, I'm gonna tell you guys something else. You and Tuck, because I heard Tuck giggling not too long ago. I'm gonna tell you something else that just came out. I just sent an article. Darius sent me that on my phone so I can send it to the brothers later. I just saw an article that I sent to my son that popped up where it showed that the developers Housemark, right? I call them Housemark Key. I don't know why. It's force a habit because that's how it's spelled. But Housemark, they said that they were unaware of Returnal being a $70 price point game that they found out the same day that they announced it to the audience, to the fans,
Oh yeah?
which tells me that one, the game was not a AAA game. They didn't fund them a lot of money. They just used better graphics to make the game look more realistic and more up to date and more to a standard of a AAA as opposed to an indie, right? And they made it seem like it's a AAA game. So Sony made the determination, no, it's a AAA game based on the fact that it's their game because they funded it, right?
Yeah.
Because they put the money to pay for it. But that could have been that they gave House Marquee $20 million. That don't make it a AAA. AAA games are usually in this standard of today's day and age. It's like maybe what 100,000,
Yeah.
120,000, maybe even closer to like Halo. Supposedly, is 500 million. Halo
That's a
Infinite.
lot. That's
That's
a
what they said.
whole other
So right
lot.
there is. That's what they have reported that it was going to cost. $500 million, and it is a rumor, but that's what it was stated that it's costing them,
It's
right?
probably around there.
And I wouldn't
Probably went up even now.
with the marketing stuff and all that stuff. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, look, I'll tell you a little story. Just yesterday, me, my son, and my wife, we went into a family. Oh no, a Five and Below. Have you ever heard of Five and Below, the store? It's basically like a dollar store, but it's a little bit sells more, little more, better quality things, and the prices are from $5 and down. Right? No, no
Yeah,
more than $5.
yeah, we got
Yeah.
them here in Oklahoma.
Oh, you do? Okay. So we went in there, Chuck and my brother Sega Man, and they had a beautiful, beautiful pillows and sheets, right? Comfort sheets of Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, keyword infinite, which tells us that they must have had those in like Targets or Walmarts, right? For
Right.
example. And because the game didn't come out and it was pushed back, they lost money. It didn't sell because they were counting on the hype of the game to sell the product and the merchandise. And they liquidated it and sold it at a liquidated price to a company like Five and Below or a store, and they
Right.
sold each
I
one for
have one
five
of
bucks.
those.
So
Yeah.
my son bought one for $5 and the comfort sheet. Beautiful too. The material nice and soft. It feels good quality, and it looked nice with the artwork that it has.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show you that a lot of marketing money and power went into that game, and I'm pretty sure they lost money because they had to backtrack and delay it and do the changes because people don't understand all that stuff costs money. So I'm like, oh, so they did that on purpose? No, they didn't do that on purpose. They're doing it because they're trying to keep the fan base happy. They know they can't afford
It's
to
one of the
bring out a
pillows.
game to
See
make
it?
to I don't see it. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I
is that the
like
one you
that.
got? Is that the one you got?
Yeah, that's the one from
No, my
Five and
son
Below.
got. I think my son got the other one.
You got the other
I
one?
think I think so. Yeah, it's the one with the artwork that was on the hard drive that we're selling in GameStop. of the silhouette of Master Chief?
I think
There's a picture
Let
of
me
it,
see it
Ebot.
again. Huh?
I think it's this one, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Those are
that's it.
nice.
They're
yeah, and then
soft.
yeah,
They're
and th-
super soft, Chuck. They feel so nice.
and then I got
So
the little blanket thing, like a little
yes, yes,
yeah,
the comfort blanket. Yes, he did. He did that. And so again, that shows you that they didn't purposely bring back those games. I mean, the game pushed it back because they want, they didn't care or because they were lying. No, they want to make sure that they don't make a mistake bringing it out and people are not happy, right? Because they got so much controversy with Part Five, which was unwarranted. It was pretty stupid. Because regardless, at the end of the day, the whole story and the whole focus of the game was about Master Chief and Cortana
Please.
anyway, right?
yeah,
Regardless whether you played as Team Locke's team more than Chief, you still played as Master Chief too, but it was just more. You play more about Team Lock, right?
right.
So yeah, yeah. Put that up so I can read that out loud too. So again, that just tells you that it's not as clean and dry as people think, right? And oh my god, my shoulder. And they try to go run with that narrative. So I'm like, it's pretty dumb. So you were asking Chuck something before I came in. What was it? Did you ask me what it was or no?
No, I'm gonna ask you to shout out to the chat, everybody watching us. But
Oh yeah,
the
for
name
sure.
I just had one little topic, and I called it the name of the podcast today called restock woes. And what I was meant by that is there's a lot
Oh,
of
restock
people.
woes.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of people in the gaming community. I want your opinion about that. They're getting kind of
Hmm.
frustrated, man. They're getting frustrated because they can't get a Series X and they can't get their PS5. Like you hear it in social media, you hear people
Hmm.
making videos about it on YouTube, and
Hmm.
things like that because there's a chip shortage. So, what would be your opinion on that, He? About what do you think, man, about what's going on right now with the shortages of the next gen systems, man, with people getting upset, at the companies,
Look,
what do you think?
look. I'm gonna say something. I mean, this is not a politic freaking podcast, but the story coincides with what I'm gonna say. That was the reason why Donald Trump was trying to get people from companies that were American to internally infrastructure the supplies and demands of things that we needed, like oil, for example, right? And things of like for the gas, right? That you see we're having a problem now with the gas because of the problem going on with Israel, and then they got hacked over there at the pipelines and a
Yeah,
bunch of other
yeah,
bullshit and nonsense, right? That was one of the reasons why he was doing and trying to save for us Americans, the companies in America, to do what they're doing. They even approached Microsoft to tell them to start building their silicones here in factories here. Because if that would have been done right now, the shortage probably would have not been a thing, even though we are in a pandemic, because the pandemic also plays a role. Remember that. So the problem is we have no control over the way that these companies that are making and distributing these silicones for the consoles in places like, let's say, Taiwan, China, Japan, wherever, right?
yeah,
Where when their companies and meaning their warehouses, if they get a pandemic or somebody gets sick, they got to shut down again. So they got to pause. Then remember they had the Chinese New Year. That their Chinese New Year is in February. So a lot of those people leave in January, celebrate all of February, and don't come back till March. So that right there is another 3 month window that hurts sales and production, right? And that's early in the year for us because for us, it's not New Year's, right? We celebrate it like one day, and that's in December, right after Christmas, and that's it. I think the Chinese New Year is something they celebrate like for the whole month of February. I could be
yeah.
wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me in
I
the
think it
comments.
is. I'm not
Right?
sure.
No, no, I'm open for constructive criticism. I'm not going to get mad. If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. But I believe that's what it is. So that also plays a lot of factors in what's going on. So that's the reason why, like I said, Trump was trying to tell these companies do this because that would have eliminated, in case of an emergency like now, what's going on now with the gas, or in this case, the Microsoft chipsets, which is the silicone in these hardwares. And it's a shame because people want to get their hands on the new console. They're anxious. They want to see what it does, especially the ones that don't have it. They see all these reports. Oh my God, these games, they're playing all these games and they're doing all this stuff. And some of these games are playing better than they did before at 120 frames. And I got a new TV and I can't even enjoy it because I got to, you know what I'm trying to say? All that stuff plays a fucking role. So, of course, people are going to get desperate and anxious. And the worst part is, because I think I heard talking about it when I briefly came in, when I was muted, is the bots program. Bots is something you can buy, and it's a program that is basically an AI that goes into every site's once it has a date of a release of anything or a restock. It gets the alert, it goes into that site, and it does it at super lightning speed. And it
Yeah.
keeps purchasing, putting in the cart, purchasing, putting in the cart, purchasing, putting in the cart, and it keeps buying it over and over again for the people that have it. And the people that have it program it. So let's say they want to buy 10 Xbox Series X's and 10 PS5s and let's say two S's, right?
Right.
And they'll just buy it all in one shot. The bot does all the work. Meanwhile, you're at home still trying to do it manually at the speed of a regular human being, and you can't even get the first one in your cart. And by the time you get it in your car, it says sold out in like
Yep.
seconds.
Exactly.
Literally.
Because I
Literally.
did that. I did that,
Oh,
man. You're right.
yeah. Yeah. It took me three,
What's up, Lewis?
no, about
Yep.
2.5 hours, right? It took me about 2.5 hours to finally get the all access program. And the reason why Microsoft is doing, I mean, GameStop and Microsoft have an advantage with the all access is because with all access, you can't use bots because they need a license, they need a credit, they need identification. Is one per person. So you can't steal, right?
Right.
Well, plus it's part of a program too. So it's hard to get something that's part of a program that you just really can't go out there and just steal
Sony
something
don't
that
have
you
nothing like
put
that.
it
They're
on a
all
program
even
on your
though
system.
even though I think GameStop tried to do something like that for them where you would buy basically with a credit card. But the difference is with that credit card, you have a time to play it with interest. With Microsoft's All Access, no one's paying a dime. It's no interest involved. You're just paying it slow. And they're giving you a promise to pay it slow. And what they need is a credit card to prove it's you. So in case after the 2 years you don't pay it or didn't pay it, then they charge you all the interest and whatever you charge for the console. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and that's how they're doing it. So in that sense, it's still not the same thing. It's a sense of freedom, right? With no risk and with no hassle. $37 a month for the Series X, and I believe it's $27 a month for the Series S. So, and that's how I got it, right? After I already had it from before, which you guys know, I helped out Brother E-Rock, right? But that's the problem, and the frustration is real because real gamers and real people that want to play games want to get their hands on these things and they just can't. So one of the biggest problems I feel is the fact that most online sites, right, retailer, whether it's Amazon, that they're probably the biggest right now, because eBay's not don't sell their own product property. That's all third party people. But Amazon, for example, Walmart, which is probably the second biggest, and we got what else? Targets.
Target. Yep.
Those right, those online structures that they have, what they need to do is do it where when they do the online orders, it's limit to one per customer. Because if it's limit one per customer, that means they have to sign in, sign back out, sign back in to do another purchase. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And if it's the same ID, the same person, the same address, it should identify it, right? And it should be able to pick it up and be like, nope, you already purchased one, you can't buy one. So that way the bots get stopped also. They need to find a way to do that implementation because a lot of them don't do that. It's basically order as many as you want. They don't have a limit. And then that makes it harder for companies like Microsoft or even Sony for that matter to keep up with the distribution and the manufacturing because when GameStop tells them, all right, or let's say when let's say Amazon tells them, oh yeah, we got an order for your pre-orders that you did, and we got over 100,000 units sold, right? And they really were able to do only 40,000, right? Then it becomes a problem. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they can't meet with the demands in that aspect and retrospect as well. That's why I said that rumor that came out that Sony said that they're trying to take out silicone from the hardware to make the console and redesign the PS5 so that they can use less silicone, so they don't have less to worry that much, so they can have to worry less about having the chips to keep making consoles and bringing more consoles out faster in the market. That's why I said it's dumb, because as long as you do that as well, maybe for you guys you can manufacture them faster. But what's going to happen is when they go to the retail sites, right? The bots are still going to beat the people from getting them. And you know it's people that bought, because anytime they do a restock, go and look and you can see for yourself. Every time they do a restock and it sells out, whether it's GameStop, like I said, whether it's Amazon, then you go check the prices on eBay, Macari, OfferUp, and you see brand new listings that same day, right? Because it always
Yep.
has the date, right?
Yep.
And you'll see the consoles for like $1,800, $1,500, $900,
They
a
sit there.
thousand, and you see it, and you know it's new because it just got listed that very same day when they did the restock. So that's how you know it was consoles they bought through bots. That's how
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then it'd be the same people, because if you look at the address, what they'll try to do, they try to be slick. What they try to do is they'll put different names and different accounts to make it look like it's multiple different people. But if you look at the picture and the address of where they live, like if it's in New York, let's say in Queens, New York, it says the exact same thing, Queens, New York, and then it'll be the same exact picture. And even though it's a different name, like it's a different person. That's how they hide it to make it seem like it's not them, like they're not the ones. It's the same person. And each listing, what they do is they'll list it like a little bit different in price to fluctuate it and make it look different so they don't get caught. That's what they're doing. But you can tell by that their stupid mistakes of using the same photos or using the same slogan or gamer tag or the address. Like I said, that's how you pick it up. You just go and check. I'm telling you, when they do a restock, and if you miss out, go into one of those places and check, and you'll see there'll be a bunch of them. Be like 50 or 100 new listings that same day at the same fucking time or the same freaking the same freaking date listed with these products in Macari or OfferUp or even eBay. That's how you know. And then they're just sitting there. You go into eBay or even Macari right now, and you'll see like maybe a listing for 1,000 PS5s, and that's just in my area, right? In my local area, right? And you'll see it, right? And they're just sitting there because they have them for like 1,200, 1,500, 900, 1,000. You know what I mean? Nobody want to pay for that for a console that's only $500. People are not dumb. That's why they're also getting reckless and getting they're getting weary. That they don't want to wait because they're getting impatient. They're getting angry because they want to play the new console. But that's the reason why. So it's a lot of different layers and points in which why this is happening. And it's something that needs to be addressed. It needs to be, they need to try to figure out something, a way to combat the bots, because I don't think it's really illegal. So you can't really sue or go after them unless there's a way to connect it to the same person. And let's say they have listings in every single place and they catch it and they know it's the same person, then maybe you can make some type of legal action. But the fact that they're paying for it, even
What's up,
though they're using
Unlimited?
even though they're
Yeah.
using something to buy it that cheats like a bot, they're still paying for it at the end of the day. They're not stealing it. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
them reselling it to someone else, they have that right to do that because that's their shit. They bought it. That's the unfortunate truth. But again, I digress. That's basically the biggest problem. They have to figure out a way to combat that. And I think Microsoft just put up a few days ago where they're going to try to do it with people that are the insider program, like the preview program, that they are be able to have access to get an Xbox Series X or X uh, right through the program, or they give them priority, and they'll send it. Microsoft send them right there to them, and you pay for it right through the program. That's what they're doing.
What's up, Guru?
Supposedly,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That's
Matter of fact, Bone did his. Matter of fact, Miss 100
The
did his
fatal
yesterday.
saying. What's up with you?
oh, for real? 100 got to do it
Yeah,
finally.
What's up,
yeah,
Oh,
King
that's
Miss.
Guru?
great.
He did his yesterday through the
Fucking
program.
fantastic, fantastic. It's about time. Poor Mr. 100 been waiting forever. I'm so happy for him. You know, it's about
I mean,
fucking
he
time.
didn't get one. I'm just saying he just put his name on the list.
Yeah, the list, but at least he knows that now he'll be able to get, the accessibility to get his hands on it because he's been waiting all this time and he could have been had one. You know what I mean?
Right. Matter of fact, I put
So
my name on the list too because I want to buy another one.
I see, I see. Hey, listen, I ain't hating. I should do it just so I can get my brother Sega Man one. Sega Man can do one himself too. It doesn't matter.
Right. Right.
Just
So
Who
but you
still
gotta
needs one too?
you just gotta get your put your console on preview program.
right.
That's what you gotta do on the preview, or, like you're one of those testers for them. That's basically what you gotta do.
And that's
You
and you know what? And that's
tell the
smart.
truth.
That's real smart.
Well, I mean, they're trying to figure out some things to help out the consumer. Just, I mean,
Right.
they're trying. It's not like they're not trying. But now with the shortage, they're saying it's gotten worse. That it might not even get better until now next year. Now they're saying
Yeah.
2022. So,
Well, like
and
well,
we're and
like
we're, we're and,
I was telling Sega Man,
mm-hmm.
the PS5 I don't even care about. They can go to hell as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you don't care about it, Chuck, but because it's the fucking popular console with the casuals, it's still people are going to be out there trying to hustle to get it. You know what I'm trying to say? I understand what you're saying,
But
but
the
the
Xbox, that's all I care about.
I
The
know,
gaming
I know.
gaming guru said they don't even have none in the UK. He said he's still
Yeah,
trying to get his too.
yeah. My son,
Damn.
I think, posted a picture, showed it me yesterday. Oh, it was coming out, I think, in China, the PS5,
Yeah.
and they had this long line. But I'm like, I'm wondering if they even had enough for all those people, because that's another thing. They'll have all these people standing there, and instead of somebody for the store, if they know they only got 50 of them, they got like 300 people outside your store, and they don't tell those people to go home.
Chill, man.
It's
That's
real
wrong,
easy.
boy.
It's real easy. You give a number to everybody that was there, from whoever's standing on the line first, all the way to whoever was standing on the line last. And you give
Damn.
everybody a number. If you only have 50, boom, the 50th person, you're the last one on the line. Everybody else go home. We don't have enough for none of you. That's it.
Yeah.
You eliminate the fighting, you eliminated the bickering, you eliminated the back and forth, and all that unnecessary stupidity. You eliminate all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But then you
That's
got to
very
worry about
true.
then you got to worry about, well, if it's in a bad neighborhood, right? Let's say it's in a bad neighborhood in somewhere in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
Then you got to worry about, to make sure that nobody's going to watch any of these people when they come out with their console and try to stick them up to get the console from them and steal it from them. You know what I mean? Because that also happens. You know?
Oh yeah. Fatal said he got 3 Xboxes so far.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Like
Series X
some
from
people,
Microsoft Direct.
nice, nice. Like some people have been able to get it really easy. Like me myself, what I did was, because I said I have district managers in certain game stops that are friends of mine. So what I did was I talked to one, like two or three of them, and I told them, look, I need a certain amount of consoles this day for my household, because even though we're in the same household, all of my boys play separately. It's their own thing, and they want to buy it themselves. So they all had to create their own accounts and pay for their own accounts. And so that's why they were able to. I was able to get access to more of them. And when I did it in my store, the girl that was there, that was a friend of mine, she told me, look, I'm gonna have 10 consoles extra, right? But I know you need a couple. So if you want, you let me know, because I know you're good for it and I know you're gonna get it in people's hands.
Right.
Just let me know, and I'll put it on the side, and you can buy them all, because I know it's guaranteed money. Unlike some people be like, oh yeah, we're coming in, then they don't come in because they don't have the money, or they change their mind. Because
Yeah.
some people do that. So she'd rather guarantee the sale to the store than to somebody
Damn,
that says they're going
Fatal.
to get it and then they don't get it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Damn, Fatal got 2 PS5s.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Shit.
So
Fatal, you're a bot, man. I'm exposing you, brother.
he he uses bots. So it is what it. No, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Last week on the Xbox store, for like 2 days straight, you were able to buy a Series S, even in GameStop. You were able to buy a Series S with no problem. It was easy. They even have bundles where you could buy and get the new green controller, the electric volt,
hmm
and a $50 gift card, and I think it was 3 months of Game Pass. That and it was like 480 or 450 sign for the deal,
What is
which
the
is not
Alpha
bad.
Skid Tier he bought? What is that?
Well,
Vodka said that 100 are in the Alpha Skip Ahead tier. What the heck is that?
oh, he's saying that him and 100, they both are in the alpha tier,
Oh yeah,
meaning
okay,
they're right, meaning that they've been in the program for so long, right? They
right.
have like they have seniority. Like
Oh,
they're
okay,
they're so they put them ahead of everybody else because they've been tenured of the program probably for 10 years, as opposed to somebody like me that's only been there, let's say, a year. You see what I'm trying to say? So that's what
Right,
they're talking
right.
about. They prioritize anybody that's in the alpha tier. I guess that's what they're calling it. Like like your podcast, the alpha podcast, because this is for the high echelon people.
Right.
so so they that's what he means. That's what Rock means. Yeah, yeah. Unlimited says the PS5 and Xbox are both coming out to China. Yeah, I didn't know it was Xbox. Also, my son just showed me PS5. I didn't know it was Xbox either. Unlimited. But that's great. And again, they're trying to spread out love to the other countries as well, and not just America. And they're having problems getting them.
yeah,
So and they pay more than us. Because to China, in China consoles, if they're 500 here, they're like almost 1,200 over there. Because I remember the Xbox One when it came out in China was $700.
yes, Baz. Yeah, I hear
So,
you on that.
well, I think countries where Xbox are the highest in demand, distribution is better. Oh, okay, probably Jazz. I'm pretty sure. Like I
Yeah,
said, we're just it's a lot of elements because we're also still in the phases of a pandemic. So all the businesses are working, or a lot of them still are working, based off the pandemic scheduling and approach. So that definitely delayed a lot of things and continues to delay things, because again, if one of the factories that makes the hardware silicones, which is the chips for the consoles, if somebody has an outbreak of COVID, they got to shut down the whole place. Everybody got to get checked. They got to quarantine for at least 2 weeks. Then they got to quarantine for another 2 weeks just in case to see nobody else comes up sick. You know what I mean? So all those elements play a big role and factor. So now you're behind another month. You know how many consoles they could do in a month? Probably a million consoles. You know what I mean? So it's like that's a lot. It's a lot, because they got to pack them, ship them, just send them out. So that's a lot of consoles that they can't get out there. So again, if they would have been all internally distributed, like here in the States, right, or exporting it, right, then it would have been, a completely different ballgame. And I think you would have seen the numbers even higher, way higher for even Microsoft, maybe even more for Microsoft than PlayStation, to be honest. Because I think the demand for Xbox One and Series X, right, or Series S, is just as high as PS5, but it's just the people and these distributors and websites always like to only talk about the Sony numbers or the Nintendo numbers, right? But I think it's just as high. But again, because you know um, they're having the same problems with the shortage of the silicone chips.
right.
It's just as hard for them. It doesn't matter how much money they have. You can't fix if somebody gets sick and they have to shut down a factory. No money in the world can fix that. You see what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
just
right.
an unfortunate situation and the reality of our times and of the situation that happens at that moment, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I think is really what's going on with that as far as that goes.
All right, man. Well, hey, man. That's all. Hey, brother Hebot and my brother Tuckmaster joined us today on the Alpha Podcast, man. Um, we're gonna do our shout out. So, Hebot, the most powerful gamer, my brother. Where can they find you at, man?
Uh, well, before I say that, did you? I was gonna ask you real quick. Did you see the article where it said that Sega is now interested in leasing out all of their classic RPs,
Oh no,
or they're trying to resurrect
no,
them,
I didn't.
remaster them, and possibly make new ones based off the old ones. Now they're interested. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that, man.
Oh, I'll
I
send it to
flew
you.
under my radar. Yeah, send it to me so I can check it
Yeah,
out,
I'll
man. I'm
send
gonna
it
have
to
to check
you.
that out.
So what do you think about that?
Oh man,
What's
that's
your thoughts on that?
crazy, man. What's going, man?
I'm like,
I'm a
yeah,
loss for words.
now because they saw the demands for Streets of Rage 4. They saw that people really were happy with Panzer Dragoon, the remake, right? Now Alex Kidd, there's a nice little buzz going around for Alex Kidd. House of the Dead Part 1, the remake that's coming out. That was announced for all consoles, but it's coming first to Switch. You saw
Yeah,
that one too, right?
yeah, I did.
So now that they see all that demand and that love that people want and like in their franchise, now they want to change their tone because they barely have any money and they're hurting. Like, you know what I mean? It's sad
Yeah, it is sad, very
that had
sad.
to get to got to get to a point of desperation where you almost don't even exist as a company, and now you want to lease it out to make money to make these IPs, and then it makes me wonder: are you really leasing it out because you give a fuck about the IPs, or are you just doing it because you're trying to make some money off of them? Because
Yeah,
right, like a quick crash grab, because
yeah,
you're hurting for money. That's
yeah.
really my question. So that's crazy. What about you, Chuck? What do you think? How that sound like to you?
Well, hey, you know how that goes with me. I mean, if they got to try to make money now, that's a damn shame. But it should have been that a long time ago. But
Long
it
ago,
is
yeah.
what it is. They got to
Long
try to make
ago.
some money some kind of way. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
not hating them for trying to make money, but it's just sad that they had to wait until it was almost too late,
well,
kind
yeah.
of, so to speak. You know what I'm trying to say?
What I'm just trying to say, it shouldn't have came down to that. But
Yeah, yeah.
it just that some people's hard headed and they don't want to make no money at all, and they rather just sit on it and almost lose everything that they got. So I
It's
mean that's
crazy.
all I can do. I mean, there's nothing really that you can say about that.
Uh,
it's just a sad issue that now you want to do it, but
right, right. Well, I mean, I wish them luck because I would love to see a bunch of their IPs be brought back as long as they do it right. The way that
Mm-hmm.
they've been doing with with like Alex Kidd with Streets of Rage 4, the way they've been doing it, as long as they're doing right, I'm good. I'm all for it. But
Yeah,
it's just I'm just trying to call it hypocrisy. I think it's pretty hypocritical on their part.
yeah, it
You
is.
know,
It's
so
sad, but you know how that
yeah,
is. But I mean, some industries don't. They rather lose everything than make everything. But that just how some. I mean, that just now you talk about Sega, right?
yep, mm-hmm.
bad decisions.
Bad
Yep.
decisions. They've been making
Internal.
bad decisions for a long time, so that ain't nothing new.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I
absolutely.
mean, every once in a while, you got to just stop making bad decisions and just realize what the heck is really going on. I mean, I know. I mean, now this is a Japanese. This is what the Japanese company.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
Come
yeah,
on
they
now.
still.
I mean, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Ain't nothing we can really do about it. It should have been. They should have took care of that a long doggone time ago. You buy it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, let's see if they learn their lesson
yeah,
and truly learn their lesson. Because remember, with Capcom was the same situation. They were almost going to go bankrupt, And when they started doing the remasters at the beginning of last gen with the Resident Evil 1 and then Resident Evil 2,
Yep.
that helped them and that got them back on the map. And then they started doing new IPs, like the way they're doing the new one, just called Pragmata, and like they did with Resident Evil 7 and now the Village. And you know what I'm trying to say? Like they kind of use their laurels and success with the old stuff to try to
Yeah.
build upon the new stuff, like Into the Depth. That was new. You know, it was smaller, but it was still new, which is cool. They take chances and risk, but it is what it is. So you guys can find me on my channel on YouTube. It's HeBot8. I threw down some videos lately, like Sega Man said earlier about, uh, you know, um, stop saying Xbox has no games, or the Series X has no exclusive games, rather, to be precise and more particular or concise. And I also threw down my latest video game figure review of the Dark Stalkers Dimitri from Storm Collectibles, which is the vampire
Check it
in the
out.
Dark.
Check it out.
You guys can, more than welcome to come see it. I put a lot of time, love, and effort into those. Even when I do them, sometimes I'm doing them at 3 or 4 in the morning, and you guys don't even realize because of how I keep my demeanor. But I be tired, and I'm still doing them. I also did a playthrough with one of those PlayStation exclusives that never came out of the Monkey King Hero is Back, based on a 2015 animation of the same name. Um, so if you want to check that out, you feel free. And I'll be having a new video up hopefully by tonight, basically talking about Stop the Metacritic, the console sale, and Jeff Keighley Awards metric as a form of, argument because, with the Sony fans, because it's flawed and it's just dumb. So anyway, I'm on social media on the HeBot Powerful Gamer on Twitter, even though I'm suspended right now. I don't know if
Yes.
I'm gonna be let back, but if I am, I guess it'll be a while. But I'm there on Twitter, or hit me up on Instagram under C_respect. And you could also hit me up on any of the video game outlets, which is HeBot8 for Nintendo Switch and the Xbox Live Network. And then for the PSN Network, it's Alfel from Sky, all lowercase, all one word, all together. And you can find me here in the Alpha Podcast with my brother Sega Man on Saturdays. On Sunday nights, tomorrow, you should find me there with my brother E-Rock on the Exile and my brother Sega Man Talking Unlimited. Tonight, we're supposed to do one, I think, at 7 for the DC with E-Rock on his channel, I believe, talking about the DCEU that's going on and all the
Check
craziness
that
over
out.
there. Um, Also, you can find me on We Got Next when I'm able to do it on my channel. And you can
Yes.
also find me on Sega Forever's channel on weeknights, like at 12 o'clock during the
Yeah.
weeknights, whenever he hits me up on the All In channel. And then
Shouts
on
out to
Sunday
Sega
nights,
Forever.
right, absolutely. And then on Sunday nights with my brother 100 when he shoots me the link, which he shot me one last week, but because he didn't call me, I didn't see this shit until like 2:30 in the morning. He was already done. So when he shoots me the link, I'll try to go in and talk for a little bit and
Yeah.
rock out with my brothers 100 at the Xbox Got No Games podcast, which will be tonight, I believe at 12 or 11 o'clock. So check that out. Yeah, guys, I know it's a mouthful, but those are the venues you can find me.
That's
Thanks for
right.
having me on again, brother.
Anytime, he bought anytime, man. Tuck, what's up, my brother? Tell everybody in the chat where they can find you, my man. Thanks for
Hey
coming
everybody, this
today.
is your boy DJ Tugmaster. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter.
Where's my Twitter?
Um, like I said, I started my show back up I think I'm still trying to do it like every Saturday morning around 10. So I can try to get, so I can try to get people to come in and do the comment section and all that stuff. Um, it's called my show is called Let's Talk About It. I talk about anything. I just love what he bought. Showed the other day. He gave me an article about that man in Chicago, Uber driver. That was a good feeling, y'all. It was a good feeling that that people in America really do still care. And I'm glad to see some of the news people picked up on it. Not none of the big national news, of course, but I think it was a good deal that that they did it and all that stuff. So that was just a good feel feeling and everything. But you can really basically reach me on Sega Man Show. You can reach me on Hebot Show whenever Hebot does one again. You hear me, brother Hebot? Whenever you do
I
one
heard
again.
I heard you talk. I heard you.
But you can all check us out Sunday on the Exile podcast. We got a good group of guys. All we do is sit around, talk about gaming, and just really just basically just cut the fat. Just talk about true gamers. We don't do all that fakery and all that stuff. So, but that's where you can really basically reach me. You can also reach me on Xbox too. So, and that's about it, Sega man.
All right, man. All right, brother. You heard it from Tuck, man. I want to give a shout out to everybody that came to the Xbox Alpha podcast real quick. Wild Horse 74, always in here with us. Smitty Smith, we're going to be doing that next Saturday. That giveaway. He gifted me Panzer Dragon, but I told the that good brother that I already had it, so I want to do another good deed and give it out in honor to him, to somebody out here in the chat that don't have the game and want to experience the game. It's a great game. It's the Panzer Dragoon. I guess it's a remastered game. It's really awesome game, guys. It looks great on any Xbox that you play it on. They did a great job on it. So we're gonna give that away. So shouts out to Smitty Smith, very good brother. Shouts out to Emmanuel A1. He was in here. We even had T Reaper coming here for a little bit. Shouts out to him. Shouts out to Vaca, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Dakota Vaca. He's a really good brother. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Fatal. I haven't seen him in a while. Fatal was in here with us. Lewis L stopped by real quick. Shouts out to that good brother too, man. And then we had somebody that, man, I haven't seen him in here. I think he might have came in here once a while ago, but Elite Gaming Guru was in here. Nice, man. UK brother, that's an Xbox player. Yazbaz.
Yeah. He's
Uh,
cool people.
yeah. Yazbaz was in here. Our brother Unlimited,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mr. Kima. Shouts out to him.
Nice.
And if you guys get a chance, check out my channel. I did a video the other day playing Iron Hander. It's an old side-scrolling shoot 'em up
Oh, I
on
saw that.
PlayStation.
That's
It's
I
just a
saw it.
demo.
I didn't get to see the video though.
Yeah, it's just a demo. People to check it out that might not even known about it. I was talking about it a little bit how expensive it is today to own, and I got it on
I
the
need.
demo disc. That's the only way I got it. I play it on there. You know what I mean? So check it out. When you get a chance, man. You know. But yeah, man, we're gonna sign out, man. We'll see you next Saturday. Probably around, we'll say around 2 or 3. We might make it the time a little later. I want to make sure my brother Heba can join me and Tuckmaster, and then we'll have other guests on here soon, man. But big shots out to everybody, man. Thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate it. Me and Heba really appreciate all these people that support us, man, and believe in what we got to say out here in this gaming streets and the gaming community. Much respect to everybody, man. I really appreciate it. All right. Peace and love, guys. Xbox for life. We don't die, we multiply. Peace. Be safe.
Yes. Bye
Your
bye.
mask if you didn't
Peace.
get your shot. Peace.
Peace.